A life cut short, a promising future stolen away. The mysterious death of Ellen Greenberg left a community in shock. The world mourned the loss of a bright young woman, Ellen Greenberg, in 2011. She was a beloved teacher, friend, and daughter. She was found dead in her Philadelphia apartment under circumstances that were immediately suspicious. The circumstances surrounding her passing were confusing, shrouded in a veil of mystery that continues to perplex investigators and the public alike. Her death raised more questions than answers. Initially, the case seemed straightforward, a tragic but clear-cut incident. Authorities discovered Ellen's lifeless body in her kitchen, a scene that would haunt many. The cause of death, they declared, was homicide, a shocking revelation. But what started as a seemingly open and shut case would soon spiral into a labyrinth of unanswered questions and conflicting accounts, leaving everyone searching for the truth. The initial investigation pointed towards foul play, leading authorities to label Ellen's death a homicide. However, this initial ruling was short-lived. In a controversial twist, the case took an unexpected turn just 2 months later. The medical examiner, after allegedly facing pressure from detectives, changed the manner of death to suicide. This sudden shift in the narrative shocked Ellen's family and friends, who found it impossible to reconcile the suicide ruling with the circumstances of her death. The official explanation, they argued, simply did not add up. Ellen's parents, Josh and Sandy Greenberg, were devastated by their daughter's untimely death. They were heartbroken and in disbelief, unable to comprehend how such a tragedy could have befallen their family, and refused to accept the suicide ruling. The Greenbergs believed there was more to the story, something that the initial investigation had overlooked or ignored. Driven by an unwavering belief that their daughter was murdered, they embarked on a tireless crusade, dedicating the next 14 years to uncovering the truth. Their journey was fraught with obstacles, but their resolve never wavered. They sought answers, demanding transparency from the authorities and a thorough re-investigation of the case. The Greenbergs rallied support from the community, organizing events to keep Ellen's story alive. Their fight for justice brought to light a series of disturbing inconsistencies in the initial investigation. These revelations cast doubt on the original conclusions and raised new questions. The most glaring discrepancy was the nature of Ellen's wounds. The evidence suggested a violent struggle, contradicting the suicide narrative. She had suffered an alarming 20 stab wounds, some of which, including those to the back of her head and neck, seemed impossible to self-inflict. This critical detail became the cornerstone of the Greenbergs' argument for reopening the case. Driven by their unwavering pursuit of justice, the Greenbergs sought independent analyses from renowned experts in various fields. They were determined to uncover the truth behind Ellen's tragic death, leaving no stone unturned in their quest for answers. Forensic pathologists, after meticulously reviewing the case files and examining the evidence, raised serious doubts about the initial suicide ruling. Their findings suggested that the evidence did not align with a self-inflicted scenario. They argued that the location, angle, and severity of the stab wounds were inconsistent with self-infliction. The wounds indicated a struggle, pointing towards a more sinister cause of death. Further bolstering their case, blood splatter analysts pointed to patterns in Ellen's apartment that suggested a struggle, contradicting the suicide narrative. These patterns were crucial in challenging the official story. Armed with this compelling new evidence, the Greenbergs filed a lawsuit against the city, alleging a cover-up and demanding accountability for the mishandling of the investigation. They sought justice not only for Ellen, but also to prevent such oversights in future cases.